Let me start with a quick public service announcement for all the gentlemen out there. Today is Valentine's Day. Do not forget.
Welcome back to the Ed Show. President Obama, did he forget something in the past? Well, different story. But he has reason to be happy now. Republicans have caved and said that they would extend the payroll tax cut without offsets. But the president has kept up the offensive.
Congress needs to extend that tax cut along with vital insurance lifelines for folks who've lost their jobs during this recession. And they need to do it now without drama and without delay.
House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi said the party would support the Republican plan for a standalone payroll tax cut extension. But at this hour, Congress is nearing a deal on all of it. A potential deal would include up to 75 weeks of unemployment benefits for the hardest hit states, an extension of 63 weeks for the other states. House Republicans had wanted to cut benefits to 59 weeks. Joining me tonight is Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky of Illinois. Congresswoman, great to have you with us. What can you tell us about a pending deal right now where the numbers sound pretty good?
Well, so far, so good, Ed. We're waiting to hear that the deal gets signed, sealed, and delivered, because just extending the payroll tax is simply not enough. We obviously need to help those people that if we don't act by the end of the month, they will have no visible means of support. People who lost their job, mainly from no fault of their own.
So what about the Medicare issue that needs to be taken care of? Where are we on that? Is this part of this potential deal tonight?
Well, I'm hoping when they say the whole deal is being worked on, they mean also paying the doctors reimbursement for their Medicare patients up to the amount that they need in order to keep accepting Medicare patients. We cannot have lots and lots of seniors going to their doctors and finding out, nope, sorry, we're not going to take you anymore. This is very important. So those are the three pieces: the payroll tax, the extension of unemployment, and what we call the doc fix, making sure the doctors get sufficiently paid.
And pretty much the rank and file, the Republican leadership shocked the rank and file by going this distance, should we say. As the election nears, are Republican leaders trying to move a little bit more to the center? I mean, this is really a totally different attitude than what we saw at the end of last year.
Well, don't you think, Ed, it's partly because they're getting the message that the American people want something to happen, that they want to get these things done, and they don't want to see any more obstruction on the part of the Republicans? That's what I'm thinking, that they must be reading some polls or actually hearing from their own constituents that these, get going here.
Sure.
Stop stopping things.
Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky, always great to have you with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ed.
Now let's turn to Jonathan Alter, MSNBC political analyst and columnist for Bloomberg View. What do you think?
Hey,
is this a big win for the president if it falls this way?
It is, because it will help the economy get better. And if you're looking at his political prospects, he needs a good economy in the latter part of 2012. Now, the Republicans before this point were kind of thinking politically, why do we want to help the president? And why do anything for the economy? Because that might help the president. Why give people more money to spend at the mall, which will generate economic activity if that might help the president? But now, as the Congresswoman just suggested, they're feeling the political heat at home. They went home at Christmas and they heard from their constituents, enough of the monkey business. Get down to real business.
This is so unlike them to give up unemployment benefits. I mean, they just, they were railing on the unemployed.
It's just a loser. They were in single digits in their popularity. It's a political loser. And for all of 2011, they were so intoxicated with their victory in 2010 that they were not paying attention to basic political brass tacks. Unemployment compensation, payroll tax holiday, doc fix. These are politically not just a little bit popular. Mm-hmm. These are extremely popular in Republican as well as Democratic districts.
A year ago this time, a lot of liberals were upset with the president extending the Bush tax cuts. What a difference a year makes. He's even scoring better with independents.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Well, I think he's securing his base, which you always want to do when going into a re-election fight. He's not having any primary opposition, which everybody takes for granted, but that doesn't always happen with an incumbent president. And now he's beginning to reach out to independents. The Democrats had a big problem with independents in 2010.
So he's taking care of that.
Partly because so many fewer voted in 2010, and they tended to be more conservative. But he's reaching out to them. But it's really important not to get ahead of ourselves. There are about, 8 or 10 more turns and twists in the road before this election. And I sense a little bit of cockiness now in conversations with Democrats. They think, oh, yeah, we got this. We're going to have the better candidate. They're going to have the weaker candidate. And I would caution them against it as somebody who's covered a lot of these elections.
Well, they got to fight the voter suppression laws that are out there. In a lot of states out there, voter ID is all about voter suppression. This is no time to get a little bit too cocky.
And the billionaires who can pour in literally hundreds of millions of dollars, and because they will buy ads that are more expensive, the television stations will give the billionaires doing the hate ads against Obama. They will get all the big airtime just before the election, which is going to be a big factor.
Jonathan Alter, great to have you with us. Thank you.
Good to see you, Ed.